Welcome to Work the Left Side. It is that time of month again where we are going to be looking at the upcoming True Grit show. It is True Grit Nightmare in York this Saturday, which means I am honoured as always to be joined by the dynamic duo that is Dan and Paul. Gentlemen, you good?
All good,
all
mate.
Good, mate.
Yeah.
All
it's
good.
got to be said. Because Nick doesn't do this enough. This is the host of Work the Left Side, one of the hardest working men in podcasting, Mr. Nick Towers. I know it's not, he says it's not all about him, but a bit of recognition, please, for the man himself, for our host, and the host of every Work the Left Side, Lord Nicholas Towers.
Gracias. That was 20 quid well spent, mate. And I own 5 foot of the Lake District. I am a lord. I will take that. My little 5 by 5 foot. Got a little flag in there.
That's why you're too blessed to be stressed.
Exactly. I am too blessed to be stressed. But dude, thank you, yeah, because it's not something I ever do. I've always sort of said, that's why it just says WTLS under me. We are one. We are a symbiotic appreciation of British wrestling. Work the Left Side is many who appreciate the lot. So, but no, obviously, as mentioned, it is that time again. It is True Grit back in York on Saturday. So Dan's going to be there with the cans. Obviously, Paul will be there with the family. And guys, it's looking like an awesome show. Obviously, we'll get to the main events in due course because that's a massive first. But yeah, so far, I mean, just looking at the card, looking at the matches announced, True Grit did the honour of announcing the last match after I've done the episode graphic for this. So, awesome. Thanks a lot. But yeah, it's looking stacked as always.
Yeah, it really is. Big stuff happening in York again. We've got keep that in. As with every True Grit show, you can't pick which is going to be match of the night. It's chock full of guaranteed bangers. The talent level's incredible, as it always is. But a couple of big firsts going on this show. First title defenses for Alexis Falcon and Riley Nova, and the first sponsor match in York as well. Mark Brown has sponsored the one of the biggest matches, Vusyk versus Luke Jacobs. So, we've got a massive talent coming in Luke Jacobs, who's former Progress World Champion, former Rev Pro Undisputed Champion. Absolute
number
elite
36
level British
in
talent.
the world. Number 36 in the world, according to PWI as well.
If you set any style by that sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah. I know. It sounds good, doesn't it, man? He's Mr.
Great, yeah.
36th best wrestler in the world. And Rusyk's going to beat him. Spoiler alert, Bosh.
Yeah, is that your prediction? He's setting your style out early. Is that where we're going? We're going to start there.
Yeah. Well, it was the first match announced, so yeah, we'll start with that match if you want.
Yeah, fair enough. Go on then, Paul. You're next.
My prediction, I feel like it has to be Vusyk. It's going to be a banger of a match. Vusyk never has a bad match. Seen him go different promotions against the likes of Mark Askins. He's just so consistent, so good, so privileged to have him at True Grit. And I think he's going to carry on that momentum and, hopefully be contending for that title, whoever it may be.
Well, yeah.
You had to tease me with that Mark Haskins just mentioned, didn't you? You just had to mention Mark Haskins. Oh, I saw Vusyk versus Mark Haskins. Me, yeah. Ooh. That one match I was desperate to see. I desperately wanted. And I can't believe I'm saying I was good. Luke Jacobs is amazing. We've said he's the 36th best wrestler in the world. And I was gutted it wasn't Mark Haskins. It would have been amazing for more people to have seen that match than, 12 people maybe? Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I can see why you've gone with Vusyk. And I'm torn on this one because these two are going to absolutely beat the ever-loving piss out of each other. York has a fantastic lineage of absolute bangers, and this is going to be one of them. Neither man gives our ass for any quarter. If they're just good, it's going to be brutal. I've seen a fair bit of Luke Jacobs, not for a little while now, but he used to come up and do like various things like Ethan Allen as the Young Guns. They've just recently reunited, and just if you've never seen Luke Jacobs wrestle before, you're in for a treat, especially up against Vusyk. I think their styles are going to mesh so well. But I just think Vusyk's going to rise to the challenge. He's got a bit of an extra point to prove, hasn't he? He's been on the cusp of getting to that world title for so long. And I think in true grit for Vusyk, it's got to happen, hasn't it? But it's one of those, no matter who wins, we win.
Yeah, I think that Riley over as well has been the thorn in his side throughout a lot of the title opportunities that Vusyk got against Brady. Riley Nova was the thorn in his side, and now he's the man with a target on his back. So it's going to be Vusyk's going to be more determined than ever to, be challenging for that.
Yeah, he wants to get his hands on. It's bittersweet, isn't it? He wants to get his hands on Riley again, but it's going to mean so much more now. He's got the title as well. You know what I mean? Like you sort of said, Paul, he's the guy who had to be locked in a short cage to stop Vusyk from stopping from interfering in Vusyk's matches with Brady and stuff like that. So it's just going to be just even more sort of just like, it's just hopefully that's mostly where Vusyk goes. That's why, I put the bat out straight away. Vusyk will win this match, hopefully, because he's the guy who needs to kind of look like an absolute boss. He needs to look like, the final boss killer, ready for when he goes up against Riley again at some point.
That's maybe telegraphing your pick for winner of the main event there, Nick.
Well, we'll probably sort of see. I've had a slight shift in attitude since the last Leeds show. So, I was kind of on the fence. I was kind of in denial. I was kind of trying to battle my, the dark side. But I was like, you know what? Hearing the fans chant that, I'm fully embracing it. It's just team regime, baby.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's your fault. You guys did it. I ain't taking the blame for this. You all forced me to it.
You're talking about that Nottingham chant?
Yeah.
I mean, it's right.
But, no,
it was nice to see earlier. I can be mean now. Moving swiftly on.
But yeah, so it's a clean sweep. Everybody's going for Vusyk on this one.
Yeah, I was tempted to take the contrarian view, but I can't look beyond Vusyk.
I just want to reference, Dan, when this match got announced, you kind of quoted, I took it as a quote from Deadpool Wolverine, where you were just like, this match is going to fuck hard. And it just had flashbacks of that fight scene between Deadpool and Wolverine in the car. And he's just like, no, I stand corrected. The whatever car it is, fucks hard. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what this match is going to do.
There we go. Vusyk versus Luke Jacobs, the Honda Odyssey of Brit Rest matches.
It fucks hard. Sorry, poor kids, if you're watching.
It won't me for once. So for the next match, we'll go with the first ever, I think, to my knowledge, in True Grit, the first ever unsanctioned match between Ace Matthews and Currency Sash, the man with the most redundant name in pro wrestling. There's going to be shenanigans. We know that much because it's the regime and they can't do one-on-one. Little added bonus for predictions. Do we think Sash is going to turn up with his boot taped up again like he did last year's True Grit Nightmare?
No.
Ooh.
It doesn't need to. Joey Slade's going to be there. Because it says in today, if you don't subscribe to the True Grit newsletter, it was mentioned in there today. Obviously, please, go subscribe to it. You get a few decent little spoilers and bits of early information. But yeah, Joey Slade will be in Sasha's corner for this match.
But will he be there as a manager, or is somebody putting the feet up?
Just moral support, man. Just moral support. Sash doesn't need any help. Come on.
He needs a lot of help. But that might be from medical professionals and psychiatric nurses. But anyway, I'll say that he'd still beat the shit out of me. Predictions then. It's going to be a fight.
Yeah.
I'm torn on this one. Are we going to see the Rebels? Eee.
I think we have to.
I feel like
they've got to be around somewhere.
Yeah, got to be around somewhere. It's whether they're going to be in York.
Wing Commander Nash
as painful as it is, and this is twice on the run that I've done this now, I'm predicting Sash to win it. And that's so painful. I had him to win the title at the last show. He'll start thinking that I like him.
I don't think he will, given what fancy dress you're wearing.
Yeah, that's true. Sash 2.0.
You got some Ferrero Rocher wrappers.
Yeah. From the finest tailor in Milan. I was going to wear it tonight. I didn't want him thinking of the fan, though.
Well, to be fair, it could be the second.
I didn't want to confuse you either. You know, we're joined by Dan and Sash. You know,
yeah.
Could be the second True Grit Nightmare in a row you get called out of the crowd for.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I'm happy sitting in the crowd and watching now.
Well, for this one, I'm laying it out there. I reckon Ace is going to win. I can't back that. But yeah, also I'm going Ace Matthews, my old mate. I trust that he's going to get the job done somehow, even in the face of the inevitable bullshit that the regime are going to try and pull.
Well, my money's on Cash Money Sash. So, and you know what? I can't even say with a straight face. I was going to say just straight up. You know, just no shenanigans, one-on-one. Cash Money Sash, elbow drop, bang. Now I'm sure Joey will, lend a helping hand at some point. It's just whether, like I say, Nash turns up or somebody to kind of level the playing field, maybe. If any of the Rebels are going to be there, I would imagine, obviously, it'd be Nash, just because it's quick, flights. 20 minutes in a little plane up the road.
Sure, Leeds Bradford.
Exactly. As soon as he takes off, he's landing again. Bosh. But yeah, I think, Sash for this one. It's going to be, again, though, it's just advancing that storyline, regardless of the result. It's a must-see match in the sense of it's going to progress the story. We're going to kind of get a taste of what's to come, maybe at the next Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah, and I've got to be honest, bullshit and biases aside, my tongue will turn back black for saying it, but both men can go, they both can wrestle. They both know what they're doing in that ring, and it's going to be a good match. A lot of people who don't know what they're talking about would look at that and dismiss it as a shenanigans match or a comedy match, but it won't be.
Nope.
It's going to be bloody good. There will be shenanigans, no doubt. Ace will pull off something mental and daft, but we're still going to get a very good match. So I'm all in for it, but I can't back Sash.
If he can get to the ring without falling over or slipping on the floor, that's a winner for a start for Ace.
Hey, he only did that once, and that was because he was running late.
Twice.
Yeah,
he did it after that one. He did it. I think he slipped on somebody's beer or something. The second time he did. He's decked it twice in York.
That's people just mistreating the cans. I'll not stand for it.
Yeah. It's the wrath of Dan always. One of them. Sash. 2 for Sash, 1 for Ace.
Yeah, I'm going contrary on that one. We're not making that one a clean sweep. I can't do it. So we've had 2 big matches there. And for the next match, just look at the goddamn size of it. Nathan Black, B.A. Rose in what, to be honest, I think should be a heavyweight title #1 contenders match. Both men were rolling through grit.
Did JC is going to add a stipulation to this one? Oh no, that's a tag match. He's going to add a stipulation to, wasn't it? Sorry. Yeah. This is just going to be just a match. Just a
straight up fight. Nathan's been sort of cutting a swathe through some of the smaller masked wrestlers. BA's beating everybody. Big win against HT Drake last time out. And I think whoever wins that should be for my money, in line for a title shot. But we'll see how that pans out. The big question is, who do we think's going to win? Now, I'm going to go first on this one. This is going to be a banger, and I reckon it's going to be B.A. Rose.
Oh.
I'm going with him again. Mainly because if he does end up being the challenger, I'm telegraphing who I think is going to win the main event.
Yeah, makes sense. Paul, you backing BA on this one, or are we actually going to? Can you actually sort of say that you think Nathan's going to win a match?
I'm really, really torn on this one. I'm torn on them all. Like, it's flipping a coin for every match so far, and probably a few more going on. I've always been saying every time we've done this that we're waiting for Nathan to take on someone his own size, and he has to do that if he's working to the top. I'm gonna have to go with Nathan. Yeah, I think Nathan's gonna do it. I think
you're looking forward to the match, though. It's going to be a banging match, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think very similar to the HC Drake match with BA. It's one of them that you didn't realise you wanted to see it, and then when it was announced, yeah, I've always wanted to see that.
I'm already waiting for Nathan's promo that he's going to cut on BA.
I tell you what, you'd have to be a brave man to say that about BA or anything. Crack any joke with BA. You'd have to be a brave man.
I was just about to say, if anything's going to keep Nathan's gob shut, it is the potential wrath of BA Rose. They'll just be like,
yeah,
actually, you know what? I won't say anything.
It won't keep his gob shut. It won't.
No, it won't. No. I was saying, if anything could, I didn't say it would. If anything could, it's that potential. But even still, yeah, Nathan, obviously, especially with the momentum he's building, the confidence he's got, dude's riding high. So, yeah, he's going to be talking trash about B.A. Rose, writing checks that maybe his mouth can't or his ass can't cash. But, yes, it's going to be like you said, Paul. It's one of those matches I didn't know I needed it until we guessed we were going to get it, based on the poster kind of thing. But yeah, now I know we're getting it. Ooh, it's the good stuff. But my money's on Nathan.
Oh, another one for Nathan.
Yeah,
you guys are 3 for 3. Have you been talking about this off air or something?
No, man, just because as much I understand your logic about B.A. Rose, I just don't think the winner of this will get a title shot. I think obviously the regime and the rebels have kind of got their own thing going on at the minute, and anybody who's getting that shot at Riley will be kind of in and around that area.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I was looking more at this momentum of Nathan for a potential against Kemper as champion, and now the title's changed hands. I'm still, I was a bit unsure whether it'd be Nathan against Riley, going that way, but yeah, I guess it's what happens at the main event.
I think they just keep building Nathan's momentum ready for whenever a face gets the belt back, and then Nathan is ready, primed, locked and loaded to be the number one challenger.
See, I think they can do that going into possibly the new year, because the way I see it is the next show is all about the tag titles. I don't think whoever the heavyweight champion is, defends it on Jacob's Ladder. So I think the next defense is going to be in York, and someone like BA. Well, he goes down well everywhere, but he'd be a great challenger for a York show to get in that main event. And then Nathan, you can still build, because let's not forget we've only got 2 more shows this year, and then we're into the Rumble again.
True. Always got the get up. Yeah, you've always got the maybe Nathan wins the Rumble this year. See, there's Paul's not there to eliminate him.
Or is he?
Oh, sweet track.
I'll tell you what, I can't wait. This is going to be a proper big meaty men slapping meat match. Vusyk and Jacobs will be violent striking and sort of almost like your Yorkshire strong style. type of affair. BA and Nathan, I think they're just going to go out there to chuck each other about, and it's going to be brilliant.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm the odd one out again. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
I won the last round of predictions quite.
I know. I was going to say it's not always a bad thing in your case.
Well, like I said, I must confess, I took BA to be a bit of an outsider on that, and Riley was just a gut feeling. I've never been so annoyed to be right.
Yeah.
But moving on is one that is going to be a great match, but I know where my loyalties lie because of the stipulation. It's Holly Barlow versus Lucy Sky, and if Holly wins, Holly and Lana have to tag at the next show. Hashtag Lally forever. Yeah, and if I'm right in thinking, unless she was in the Rumble, which I don't think she was, this will be Lucy Sky's first appearance in True Grit this year.
Yes. Yeah,
I think
we spoke about this with Nick. It was the last time that we saw Lucy Sky was at Mayhem when Brady Phillips was champion and defending against Dara Diablo, and it was a 1-on-1 against ZZ. And that is fact because it's Thomas told me.
Yep. Thomas dropped the facts. Me and Paul were like,
I said when was the last time that we saw Lucy Sky? I recorded the conversation. I sent it over to Nick, and he got it. Yeah, 1-on-1 against ZZ in Mayhem last year.
See, I thought I've got it down as Nightmare last year because it was ZZ and Harley Harris versus Ivy and Lucy Sky.
Oh, might be right then.
Last time we saw her in a singles match.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
we're both right.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, this one for me, no offense to Lucy Sky, but the stipulation itself, kind of, unless we get a video package from Lana, a la what Holly did to Lana in the last match, and they keep dragging it out a little bit more. They keep dragging, and Lucy picks up, the win on a based by a Lana distraction or something. I don't know.
Well, I've got a bit of an error on my part. I missed this change. If Lucy wins, she becomes the #1 contender for the women's title. So a bit extra on the line there, which is no bad thing. I still think Holly Barlow takes it. Sorry, Nick, you were building up to your prediction.
Yeah, I was going to say even that is an outside bet for me. I think it is, 9 times out of 10. Yeah, I'm going to say Holly Barlow. We'll get the W.
Yeah, I agree with you. Can't see it being anything else.
Yeah, it's going to be a good match, though. It's nice to have Lucy back. Yeah, it's nice to have Lucy back, though. She's a really good heel, and she's a bloody good fighter as well. When it gets in there, she throws her strikes well. She can chuck people around. She's great to watch, and coming off a really good run in TNT at the minute as well. So again, we're going to get a banging match. But that's our second clean sweep. And if Holly and Lana do tag, what does that mean? Is it they're going to go for tag titles? We're going to get Lally versus the Underpants Gnomes.
Oh wow! Why not? They can both hold their own. They're both. It's them versus Meatwagon very soon over at Atomic Pro. And so yeah, they're not afraid to mix it up with the big boys. So yeah, why not?
Yeah. Apologies if you hear any laughter in the background. My brother just walked through as it's the first time he's heard me refer to the tag champs as the Underpants Gnomes.
Like yeah, but yeah, no, Holly Barlow for the win. As you sort of said, Lucy Sky is a very good heel. I can't see Lucy Sky versus Alexis Falcon match.
That was what I was going to say. Yeah, there's just too many other factors that make me think I just can't see Lucy Sky winning it, and that was obviously one of them. I don't see that title match, but yeah,
no offense to Lucy Sky, I just don't see heel versus heel.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, but strange things have happened, so yeah.
Yeah, Lucy's not been around for a while either. It'd be it'd be doing a bit of a disservice to Lucy having her come in, win one match, and then sort of come in relatively cold and get a title shot. If they are gonna build a program with Lucy, which I'd love to see. One thing about this card is it's nice to see more than one women's match.
Yes.
Which hasn't happened in a little while. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, definitely one for the future and one to bring back into the fold. I think Lucy Sky. But second clean sweep, and we get to our first title match. The aforementioned Underpants Gnomes versus Crash Boat. Now, it feels like forever since we've had Crash Boat in True Grit, and I love these lads. I'm so glad they're back. It's definitely going to be a clash of styles with the flips and whatnot, the unorthodox offense, shall we say, of Crash Boat against the sort of the just smash mouth, ground and pound striking of Brad Matthews and Franco Fate. But it's the type of match that generally works and delivers something special. When you got that blend of styles, and those four guys are all excellent wrestlers. And yeah, exactly.
It's my dog.
I didn't know if it was a dog or a baby.
Oh, it's a dog.
Oh, God. That's completely interrupted my flow now. But I was
Sorry.
I was waxing lyrical about the powers of styles versus Crash Boat.
Yeah.
So come on, you boys take over. I need a swig of some after that.
What do you reckon, Paul?
It's for me the unfortunately Underpants Gnomes. I think I'll take it. I'm trying to work out, is this the first time that they've faced off since the elimination match at Redemption? Or have they faced off since? Crash Boat, because they were part of Wesley's team, weren't they?
They were. This is the first time,
they
I think.
faced off yet. Yeah, so yeah, it's got to be a little bit of extra spice in there, isn't there? They have got a history, these teams, but yeah, unless actually, you know what's the match for Jacob's Ladder? Sorry,
The
Meat
match for
Wagon.
Jacob's Ladder.
Misery Business, Underpants Gnomes.
right. I'm gonna play my blind card here, and I'm gonna take a sheet out of Thomas's book, and I'm gonna go for a double pinfall, and Crash Boat's gonna get added into that match at Jacob's Ladder. I'm gonna go for a controversial pin, and that means that Crash Boat are in at Jacob's Ladder.
Right, I'm gonna have to add in. I'm gonna have to add in a
That's
draw
my
now.
prediction.
You're ruining my spreadsheet, Paul.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, sorry. You'll have to add an extra row in, won't you?
That laugh does not mean he's not sorry at all.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, not
I
sorry.
wouldn't be either.
Well, we've seen it happen before, so yeah.
You're going for a draw then. So Dan, now you have that option. Are you going to take that
or maybe
option?
a no contest? We'll call it a no contest.
I'll put it down as a draw / no contest. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dan?
So this is part of the reason why I've picked Ace Matthews. I don't see the regime dropping the tag titles here. There is going to be too much fuckery. So I'm going with Franco and Brad, the Underpants Gnomes, to retain. Also, as well, if they did lose, it'd mean 3 title changes in consecutive York shows, 2 of which are the tag titles.
Yeah,
and I just don't see that changing before Jacob's Ladder. I really like Paul's idea. I would love for that to happen. I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening because there's already 2 teams against the regime in that Jacob's Ladder match. So, yeah. Well, I hope you're right, Paul. I really do. But
Yeah, pretty cool.
Brad and Franco for me with the assist from Currency and Footstool.
Footstool. Well, obviously, I'm backing my boys. I'm going to say yes. The powers that be will retain. Obviously, it's going to be an awesome match. Like you said, Dan, it's going to be great to see Crash Boat back. They are one of those teams that, when they're not on a show, they're missed. I could have Crash Boat on every show and it'd just be like, yes, this is awesome. But it kind of makes it feel special when they do turn up now. Because I know those boys are busy. That's the problem. They're everywhere. Rightly so. They are that good. But yes, it'll be great to see them back in York. And but alas, they will not be victorious. The Nottingham boys will have their hands raised, and they will go into Jacob's Ladder still the champions.
And Nottingham will still be a shithole. I couldn't resist it. You just. And on a side note, actually, if anybody's around the Bradford area a week on Sunday on the 19th, get down. Well, yeah, I don't live in Bradford, so it's fine. Get down to the Odsall Stadium and go to Planet Wrestle, Jake Silver's promotion.
I did, by the way. No offense to Bradford. I do not mean to besmirch. I was only kidding. I'm just a man.
Yeah.
Also,
we'll be there.
Yeah, I will be, and I've got my ticket. I'll be along. It's always a good time. But we're here to talk about True Grit. I just wanted to get a cheeky little plug in, and I know it'll annoy JC if he listens.
Some great. I want to plug that Planet show as well. Obviously, just quickly taking a sidebar because it's Planet. Planet's awesome. I was talking to Luca Brigante about how great Planet was last week. And not only is it the awesomeness of Planet, there's some new faces debuting on this Planet show as well. So a massive shout out, to Callum Andrews and obviously Evan Bishop as well, who two guys that are crazy, amazing, good at what they do. And the Planet fans will get to see that.
Yeah, I've seen Callum Andrews at a couple of PPW in-house shows. Yeah, that lad's top quality. Evan Bishop's got a massive reputation. So can't wait to see that. And they've got Hardman Dan's on there. Big Bopper's going to be on. Jack and Beer Rose are tagging against the aforementioned Callum Andrews and Luca Brigante. So that'll be another match. We've got Axel the Clown versus one of your favourites, Nick and mine, Sed Mercer.
Nice.
And I'm sure I'm forgetting. I know Sammy Blue's on the card and Jay Vertigo, both wrestlers for True Grit as well.
Exactly.
I think Sir Alfie's on the card as well, who's been in and out for True Grit in the Rumble and whatnot. So yeah, it's going to be a great show. Get down to it. But we've got two matches left, boys. The two big title matches. Two first-time defences for each champion. First up, Alexis Falcon versus Melissa Fierce. This is going to be a banger. Make no mistake. Melissa's on a hot streak. Been killing it in True Grit. Just made TNT debut as well. Can you tell I was watching the Weekender shows recently? But Melissa's been on the Mega Slam loop as well, getting her reps in, getting match after match, just getting better and better. Unfortunately, I don't think she'll have quite enough to deal with the chicanery and the malicious intent of the Wicked Witch of Brit Rest. I do think Alexis is gonna take this one, but I'm very excited to see the match itself. I think it's gonna be probably up there as match of the night for me.
Yeah, I feel like last time that they met, it was it's like a teaser for what we're gonna get this time because it's the second time that
rematch.
Yeah, I think was it for number one contender last time they met, and obviously Alexis got it and went on to take the title. But
yeah, I think that was at Mayhem. Yeah, because was Alexis's first match back in True Grit.
It was, yes. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Hey, get me remembering stuff.
I know, yeah. Yeah, but same line as you. Think after such a long title reign from Rio and then Alexis taking it, I don't think she's going to be dropping it so quickly. So yeah, can't look past Alexis on this one.
What about you, Nick?
Yeah, agree. I think we're going to get a clean sweep on this one. Again, it's not to besmirch Melissa. Melissa is, as you said, she's doing the reps. She's one of those people that's just popping up everywhere now. It's like the pennies kind of dropping with a lot of people. They're kind of being like, I know Wrestle Island have just announced her for the next show to take on their women's champ. It's just obviously sort of said, you know, over TNT, over that way, generally any wrestling around that area, Melissa's tearing it up. She's doing the reps at Mega Slam. You go back and watch what she was doing a year ago to watch what she did, you know, in her last match against Lana. She's come on leaps and bounds. She was good then. She's great now. But Alexis is just a bit greater. And I think, again, this is something I've talked about, you know, previously with Alexa. It's everything, you know, the in-ring stuff, but the character, her entrance, she's got you in the palm of her hand from when the music hits. You know, she's just got that. She's the complete package. And not everybody is, but yeah, Alexis is just everything. And she just works great as champion.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. We see there the brains behind Paul's predictions has just come into shot. But yeah, another clean sweep on that, and I think that's right. It's as good as the match is going to be, and the time will come for Melissa. I think Melissa's definitely looking at who's in and out of True Grit at the minute. Melissa is sort of on there as nailed on as a future champion, just not quite yet, unfortunately. But I think Alexis's title reign is going to be a lot of fun. We've still got all the fallout from the regime turning on Brady and what that means for Ivy, and therefore what that means for Alexis, what that means for Adam Bolt, as you know, as two of Ivy's sort of handpicked champions. So there's a lot to resolve around this now. This whole thing's going to go so much deeper, and it's let's just say it might have the old creative juices flowing again for another longer form written piece from a certain fat bearded idiot on this show.
I'm wondering where ZZ fits in the mix as well. You know, can we see ZZ climbing the ladder again? You know, doesn't really need to work from the bottom, but you know, I think we're going to see there or thereabouts, because as far as I remember, I don't think she was ever sacked, you know, or like Nash Bolton was. So, although she's part of the Rebels, I think we can safely say she's back now. So I wonder where she's going to slot in. Will she, you know, have some form of involvement in the match, maybe, or come out after the match, or I wonder if she asserts herself into the title picture.
I wonder if a certain co-GM may have been ignoring some phone calls.
Yeah.
Prior to the last show, but that's pure speculation on my part.
Yeah, that's if they get involved in that scene. You know, it may be you get ZZ helping out. Obviously, Ace. You know, I speculated Nash might be there, but you know, so ZZ won't be there, and that, you know, they don't give Ace a hand against Sash and Joey, because obviously, the Rebels are kind of focused on that side. But again, it all comes down to what happens. Like you said, it's the fallout of the Brady thing. Where does Ivy sit now? You know, where do her alliances, you know, line up with? So, yeah, do we get the unthinkable? Do we get an Ivy and ZZ kind of, you know, partnership, like you sort of said, Paul? Maybe ZZ goes, maybe ZZ.
You know what's going to happen? You know what? I'm calling it now. We're going to get, because the Rebels are still outnumbered. 4 Rebels. Sash, powers that be, Joey, Riley. 4 on 5. It don't. The math ain't mathing on that one. Brady is going to join the Rebels.
Ooh.
It's a bit of a left field thing, because how can they really trust him? But that's my big call, I think. I don't know when it's going to happen. I think it might be a little while before we see Brady again.
The Rumble, baby. The Rumble. Oh, can we imagine, like, we never really get this in British wrestling, but obviously it's massive in WWE when they use the Rumble for somebody to come back after an injury or something. Imagine if you don't hear from Brady for the next few months, there's no speculation, there's no spoilers, there's no rumors. Obviously, this is just as gas and shit. We're not causing spoilers. I'm just sort of saying, mate, imagine like number 27 or something in the Rumble.
Or number
Brady's
30.
music hits. Or number 30. No, I think I'd want it a bit, because if he's not been out by number 30, then I'd be like, you're going to get that Batista or Ray thing. If it's not Brady, people are going to be like, fuck you all. But yeah, man, Brady comes out like 27, 28 or something, and it's going to be... But yeah, that's me being me again. But
we're speculating in fantasy booking again because that's a big part of what we do around here.
But yeah, so please sweep again, Alexis, for this one, which then leads us. We never got a chance to talk about this in the review show of the last one that we did. Obviously, we talked about the result, but I kind of thought afterwards we never really touched on whether we thought Riley was a good fit to be champ. Was he ready to be champ? How do we think he's going to hold up as champ? Obviously, I guess we can kind of talk about that now, as we're talking about his first title defense.
Yeah, it's an interesting question because I put this out there on Twitter the other night when 2024's Nightmare was being broadcast on Triller. Riley was a plant in the ring crew from the regime a year ago, and now he's champion. That's a massive turnaround in a year. He's had a couple of absolute bangers with Billy O'Keefe. He was in the tag match where he was tagging with Brady to get the opportunity and all of that. He's put together a really solid body of work in True Grit, and we've all agreed that he is, and there's the regime put it, the heir to the throne. I never saw it happening this quickly. But I will say one thing. He passes the eye test with that belt, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The championship looks right on his shoulder. I don't mean in the same way that that your good lady thinks he passes the eye test, Nick. Not wrong though, am I?
Sliding off chairs, yeah.
Oh, dirty boy. He looks the part as champion. We know he can wrestle.
Yeah.
He's got the regime behind him, which I'm just going to lay it out there now. It's going to be another regime retention. Riley's not going to lose in his first title match. It's either going to be a Riley win or a no contest, but I'm going for an outright Riley win. It's a little bit like Randy Orton. His first win it was coming for a while, but then is it a bit too soon? I've got less of a fear of that with Riley because of the backing he's got.
Yeah.
And his talent in general. I think the only way you figure this out is if sink or swim.
Yeah,
and I think he's going to swim. Sorry, I waffled on for ages there, Paul.
No, that's what I wanted. That's why I posed that question. I wanted an answer like that. So thank you. But yeah, Paul.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. This title reign with Riley. I'm just glad it's not Sash. Yeah, I think I said it at that moment. I just had that moment where I forgot it was an elimination match and Sash got the first pin on Alton Thorne and I thought, oh, shit, it's happened. But yeah, it's, as you said, I can't sum it up any better than you did, Dan. Can't see him losing it anytime soon. I feel like there's room for Billy O'Keefe there, and I think that'd be a great title match. I think when that True Grit Games match was made and Bobby was announcing his guys, there was a massive noise from the crowd. I was sat near Nick, and I think Nick also heard the same thing. When it was Alton Thorne that was announced, there was a few people shouting for Billy. So it'd be nice to see them have that, have that rivalry at the top again. But obviously he's got to get through Kemper first, and I think the same as you. I think either shenanigans or yes, I just can't see him dropping it yet. So Riley for the win for me.
Yeah.
Clean sweep again. Obviously, I'm going to say Riley. Yeah, like you said, Dan, as you said, Paul, it's going to be. I think obviously there's going to be shenanigans. I think Riley is. His character will be, he will be booked as, he's. This obviously, well, we haven't even said what the match is yet. So if anybody doesn't know, obviously it's Riley versus Kemper. Kemper gets his rematch. Kemper lost the title. On paper, Riley versus Kemper. No besmirchment meant. Love Riley. Guy's amazing. He ain't beating Kemper one-on-one. So there's got to be something. He's got to be that kind of a champ where, I don't, if it's Sash holding down Kemper's leg so he can't kick out of a 3 count, something like that. It's going to be, for now anyway, I think over time, as we kind of saw with Brady, as Brady went on, he went from being like a heel champ to being, Brady Cena against Will Cruz, things like that. He's just pure determination. He won matches. I think we'll see that with Riley over time. But at the start of the reign, it's going to be a lot of, gaga and shenanigans.
Yeah. And that's not going to be a bad thing either. Because with this kind of champion, I want to be annoyed. I want to be frustrated. I want that to build so that it means more when he's finally beaten. If we're looking at it from a story and entertainment aspect, bring it on. Because then it's, well, who dethrones Riley? Sorry, mate, go on.
No, sorry. I just realised we didn't sort of think about or speculate what this stipulation could have been in the tag match, because that was on the newsletter, weren't it? That there was a stipulation there. For the underpants gnomes. Do you have any ideas of what that is? Because I'm wondering if that backs up my theory better.
Yeah,
if Crossbow getting wins into the match, the ladder match.
But would JC do that? Like, as Dan pointed out, that's 3 teams then against the regime in that one match. The regime or JC won't stack the odds against the underpant gnomes in that kind of fashion. So
I know what it's going to be. I've just had a brainwave.
Go on.
If Crossbow
lose, they get sacked.
And that bulks the numbers of the rebels.
If Crashboat lose, they're gone.
Or they can't team anymore.
Yeah,
something along those lines. Because Jake and Jack both teamed with Wes, like you said, Paul.
Yeah.
JC's never taken any revenge from that apart from not booking him. And even then, he booked Jake. We had Jake and Dara at WrestleFest.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Yeah, so
that was brilliant.
I think
I just wondered because I forgot to bring that point up. Like when we were talking about that match.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, I mentioned it before and I then totally forgot to bring it up again during while we were talking about that match. But yeah, that's a great shout. I think if Crashboat lose, or hopefully that will lead to like a Los Crashboatidors at some point in the future. I want to see Jake and Jack in like all gold, lucha mask singlet jobbers.
Yeah. Speaking of things we forgot to mention, in the sponsorship of the Vusyk Luke Jacobs match, the Hot Tag Foundation are going to be at the York Show. They were part of the sponsorship of that match. They're going to have the usual colouring packs, going to have things to do there for kids and sign making and bits and pieces like that. And they're starting their annual toy drive. I think it's called Toyal Rumble. Toyal Rumble. That's it. Yeah. So bring anything you can donate, bring down. And just help out a fantastic cause because they're a good bunch of people and doing it all off their own backs for charity and just through the power of wrestling. So
yes,
get down and support them and get a photo with that title belt. It looks mint.
But yeah, no, I was going to shout. I did have kind of because I was talking to the hot tag guys earlier today, and I sort of said, "Is there anything you want to mention? During tonight's episode?" Because yeah, again, obviously they sponsored the Vusyk Jacobs match, as I forgot to mention, but you didn't, so thank you. But yeah, to echo what Dan says, come along. If you ever see the hot tag team on any show, not just a True Grit show, anywhere that you're at, go talk to them. Like I say, get your photo taken with that belt. It's awesome. And just contribute. And even if you can't physically contribute, give them anything. Share the posts, spread the word, help get eyes on what they're doing. That helps just as much as actually donating. Because if you share it and somebody else sees it and they donate, awesome. So yeah, please just do that for the hot tag team. And yeah, jobs are good. And yeah, obviously thank you for sponsoring that opening match, which is gonna fuck hard. But are we all saying Riley's gonna win this? Then I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm on Riley.
Yeah. Unfortunately so, yeah. A good night for the heels, isn't it? It's a good night for the heels.
Yeah.
Depends how you predict it.
Like, predictions obviously go the way that we're thinking, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry, mate. So we've got Underpants Gnomes. Sorry, the powers that be winning. I've said Sash. I've said Riley. I've said Melissa. No, Alexa, sorry.
Alexis, yeah.
I've said Nathan.
Holly. Yeah, it's just Holly, isn't it?
Holly and Vusyk. Holly and Vusyk.
Yeah, so 5-2.
See, that's why I've gone the way I've gone. The three heel champions all retain. Four face wins further down the card. Because if you're going to end with a Riley win, you got to have a bit of something somewhere. But that's just my thoughts on it anyway.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But I'm still sticking to my predictions. But when you look back on me, you think, ooh, it's a bit risky. It's a little bit risky. But
that's why we like doing this, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I don't expect to get all 7 right. Has anybody ever got all 7 right?
I think so. I think it was a WrestleFest. I think there was a few that got all of them right there.
Me, Chris, Tony, and your good lady all got 7 out of 7 that show.
Tony got
7. Yes, Tony got 7 out of 7.
7!
But I think that's the only time anybody's got them all, because there was 8 matches at Showtime. Slamming on that one, Chris got 7 again, 7 out of 8.
Yeah.
The point I was making is, it's very hard or very rare that you'll get every match. And even if you do get it right, it doesn't mean you kind of got how they win it right. So, that's the enjoyment. While I've got you though, Dan, mate, I just want to sort of say, obviously put it on the episode for people who haven't gone and read it yet. That Adam Bolt piece, mate. Seriously, slice of fried gold.
Oh, thanks.
Just amazing. Obviously, all 3 of us here, massive fans of Adam Bolt. We appreciate the awesomeness. And yeah, you basically said everything that I thought, just everything that needed to be said about his reign as champion and just how great he is. Mate, yeah, that piece kind of just captured it all. So kudos.
We just wish he was a bit less of a shithouse.
But he is going to be on this show again very soon, so I'm sure I will be discussing it with him there as well.
Quality stuff. And another one just struggled for a win in TNT and then waited forever, and then 2 came along at once at Effie's that won the opening match and then entered the Rumble in the very next match, won the Pride Up briefcase. So everything's coming up Adam Bolt, but it's True Grit. It's True Grit where I think he's done his best work, and we're gonna get Adam versus Shea finally at Jacob's Ladder.
Who's also on the show very soon. Who's also coming on the show very soon. I am so hyped for that episode.
There you go, Nick. There's that softball for you. I knocked it out.
This ball. See you.
Exactly. But before that, we've got True Grit Nightmare. on Saturday, and there's going to be food.
There's
going to be food.
Soul
We know
food.
pizza,
Food
apparently.
for the soul. Food for the soul.
What was it? Delice d'Ivoire, East African food truck. Can't wait to see what that entails. I had a look on the socials and on the website. All looks bloody delicious. So yeah, go to them for the food. Come to me for the cans. Park your asses in Millthorpe and have a bloody good time watching True Grit Wrestling.
Exactly. It's going to be an amazing show. Every match is going to be awesome. Stories are going to be told. Stories will be advanced. There's going to be shithousery. There's going to be shenanigans. There's going to be just non-stop action. It's going to be amazing. So if you haven't got a ticket yet, what the hell are you waiting for? Go buy a ticket and we'll see you there. Yeah, gentlemen, I think I'm pretty much all hyped up and ready to go.
I can't wait. Bring on Saturday.
As always, gentlemen, if you want to, again, I can't see shit. So if you put your little hashtag things at the bottom or your handles at the bottom, shout them out. If you haven't, let people know where they can find you.
I'll go first. I keep forgetting to put my hat in there, but it's Dan Griffin 21 on Twitter and Instagram for anything I'm bullshitting on about. Mostly horror movies this time of year. If you want to hear more of me talking about stuff at UTT Podcast, Unbooking the Territory for all the back catalogue there and the side projects, and on SJP World Media, the Doctor Who Pod, at the DRWHOPOD at the Doctor Who Pod. 10 guesses what that's about. Also on that network, occasionally do the football commentary with my strike partner, the magnificent Matt Lewis. So keep an eye out for all of that. But Paul, you've got far more important stuff to plug than I do, mate.
For the love. Get it,
For the love. Yeah. Normally, I don't bother with this part, but it's now more than ever. So, a bit of news for me is that in my spare time, I like to do paintings, which I don't know whether I can get them all in. I'll stand
We've
up.
got a few.
Yeah, we got a few. I'm preparing a bit of a portfolio for the love of wrestling. The reason that I've done that is because I applied to get a stall, and thankfully that stall application was successful. So, yeah, the 21st and 22nd, I believe it is, of February, I'll be there selling my paintings. So I have a Facebook page, which I let go dormant, but I'm going to try and revive it. That's Paul's Wrestling Art, and it's the same on Instagram as well. So I'm just trying to build a bit of a following now. No doubt that For the Love of Wrestling will help that a lot. But yeah, just see what I'm up to. Got some interesting things going on, glow in the dark paintings and everything. So yeah, just give me your support. I'm very, very, very nervous about it, but what an opportunity for me.
It's amazing, mate.
I want a boogeyman painting, but glow in the dark.
I can sort that.
It has to be said as well, the paintings are Killer Cross and Bushwhacker approved.
Yes, so, they are. What a feeling.
Get onto Paul for the artwork. Commissions available, prints available, I'm sure. Sorry, mate, I'm hijacking your plugs now, but it's because I really believe in you.
Someone's got to promote me.
Dude, look at the work behind you there. You are so talented, mate. And I really want you to smash this out of the park when For the Love of Wrestling comes around. I'll be going down there in some capacity. I won't be selling cans. But yeah, get onto Paul for your wrestling art commissions and just look at what you could get. Just pan up a bit, Paul.
Yeah.
Pan your camera up a bit.
Whoa.
Let's go. So I've blocked out. Oh, there I am. So Brutus.
Boo.
I wish the other one's upstairs. My glow in the dark one. And then
get that one ready for the review episode, and we'll check it out.
Yes, yeah. Kurt Angle, Darby Allin. Now I've got a Dustin, and the Bushwhacker approved.
Nice.
Yeah, the glow in the dark one. Yeah, I'll get that for the review show. But yeah, I'm going to be making my way through a lot of the guests that are going there. So I'll be building up this portfolio and going down there heavily armed with paintings. But thank you. Thanks for the support.
Thank you so much. I'm not going to be able to top that, so I'm going to wrap it up. As always, I will say thank you for watching. Hit like, subscribe, share, comment, all the generic stuff we ask you to do. And keep your eyes peeled. As I mentioned, we've got Adam Bolt coming up. We've got Shay Monet coming up. We've got Jack Bennett coming up. We've got various other people still to be announced. So, thank you for watching. And remember, always work the left side. And we will see you on Saturday at True Grit. Adios.
Don't forget the fancy dress.